Stop using your Quest until you finish watching this video. I'm going to tell you things that could break your Quest that you're doing. And the last thing guarantees you absolutely destroy your headset. You can't even use it. Start with the first one, overcharging. Now, me personally, when I use my Quest, I'll finish the session. It's like at like 20%, 15%, whatever the battery is at. I'll throw it in a charger and leave it. You know, I'm going to go eat. I'm going to go to the gym. I'll go outside. Scary word, I know. I'll go outside. I'll do my own thing. And then after a few hours, I'll come back. And then I'll come back to my room and I'll see the Quest is charging. It's green. I'll take out the charger. Now, this is a very big problem. Now, the reason why this is a problem is because the headset reached 100% ages ago. When you overcharge your headset, that causes stress on the battery, meaning, in simple terms, which causes it to hold less battery over time. The worse that the battery is going to hold, and in the future, you're going to go from 2 hours to an hour 30 of playtime to an hour. That's after a very long time. So the best way to preserve your battery is just don't charge it all the way. Don't let it get to 100% and don't let it get there for a very long time. Let it get to like 90% and don't let it die either. And that's a pretty simple rule. Next thing, me personally, I love playing games. So what I'll do is I'll download a bunch of games and, you know, I'll play a game and I'll get bored of it and I'll just go ahead and download another game. I'm pretty sure we all do that. Now, the problem with this is I don't delete games. And this is pretty bad. When you keep downloading games, you're filling up your storage. And the reason why you fill up your storage is because when you don't have enough space storage-wise, you won't have enough space for the operating system, meaning that the headset's going to start to lag and it's just not going to be a very fun experience to use a headset. Now, the next one is kind of similar and it's not updating your headset. And I know there are people out there who are like that. If you don't update, obviously I already said this before, you miss important security features, important software features, and even like better optimization, because sometimes there are updates that give you increased performance in game, which is like super cool. So I don't think you're going to be missing out on that. And now this is what I do. I have friends come over. I have 2 VR headsets, and on some of these headsets I added a second account. I added the second account so I can game share and we can play together. Now, theoretically, there shouldn't be a problem. It's a huge problem. When you have a second account on your headset, out of the blue, your headset starts to lag. And you're like, what's going on? That happened to me. My Quest 2 was really laggy for some time. And I'm like, what's going on? Like, I'm having mad problems. I'm getting annoyed. I'm just trying to play some VR on the Quest 2. I'm trying to give it to my friend, make sure everything's Gucci. Turns out, having a second account on your Quest literally lags your whole headset. I don't know why. I'm not exaggerating either. It genuinely makes your headset lag so much. If you even have a second account on the headset to begin with, you take off the headset, you put it back on, it asks you, hey, what account do you want to sign into? Bro, I want to be signed into the one I was signed in before. If I want to switch, I'll make the switch. Stop asking me. 2, when using a headset with a second account logged in, it's super duper laggy. I don't know why. Playing games, tragic. Going through the menus, it's even worse. It's like watching a slideshow. I'm watching PowerPoint. I got rid of the account. All the problems disappeared. So I'm like, bro, what's going on? If you are lagging, remove that second account and only add it back when you need it. When you want to game share, you want to give the headset to somebody else. Other than that, delete it. Next thing you need to stop doing. When I first got my headset, I used to play in a really small room in the basement. The reason why I played in the basement is because I'm by myself and there's a little space, but the ceiling was kind of short. It's like right here at my head level, really small. Immediately, I realized why you shouldn't do that. I tried playing a game, I raised my hand and boom, I hit my hand mad hard on the floor above it. Put like a big mark on a controller. This is a mistake a lot of people do and they play in a small room. Now, the next thing you need to stop doing, listen, say you unbox your Quest or you get it brand new in the box, charge it. Use that charger, dude. Don't find a random one you found in the house that you got from a street vendor and you put into the headset. See, the thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna be one of the rare cases of a charger burning the side of your headset. Now, this has happened a bunch of times. You can go online, you can see a bunch of pictures of people absolutely burning the side of their headset. It's a big deal because first of all, if you mess up, you're not gonna be able to charge your headset again. Second of all, you're gonna have to take it and give it to a repair shop. Kind of annoying. It costs money. Use an iPhone charger. I know some of you guys have Nintendo Switch chargers. Those are pretty high quality. I play VR and I'm done with my session. I put the headset, right, take it off. I put it on my desk. Now, the issue is my desk next to it, there's a window. I didn't really think much of it. You know, let the sunlight come in. But this is very bad. It's because people who leave their headset next to a window and they've decided to pick up the headset, put it back on, they're gonna notice a mark about yay big on the headset. And you're like, what is going on? Take off the headset, get your shirt, you wipe it, it doesn't work. You get a microfiber cloth, you spray down. This black mark that's about this big will not disappear from your headset. And you're like, what's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. You left your headset near a window, the sunlight hit the lens. The lens concentrated that sunlight onto the screen inside. And now that's what's called lens burn-in, okay? You know, when you get a magnifying glass and there's sunlight coming and it concentrates that beam, you know what I'm saying? You can burn a piece of paper. So what I recommend you stop doing is stop putting your headset near windows. Look, we love our Quest controllers. They work pretty well. But when they don't work well is when one day you're chilling, or controllers are working as usual. Next day you wake up and suddenly you're not pressing anything on your hands are off like this. And then your character is moving by itself and it's looking around. Now, this is what I like to call stick drift. This is pretty bad. The reason why this is pretty bad is because stick drift is going to ruin your experience of gaming. Here's how to fix it. it if you have stick drift. What I recommend is obviously follow a certain tutorial. You don't have to take off the battery. All you have to do is really simple. Take off the front cover, take off the stick, keep the spring, get some maybe WD-40. Someone told me to get alcohol. That did not. It only worked for like 3 weeks and my stick drift is back. So get some WD-40. So that's what you need to do if you want to fix your stick drift. I wear glasses. Put on the headset. And like, yeah, the glasses are going to touch the headset, you know, the screen. It shouldn't really be a problem, right? And you put on the headset, it just starts seeing scratches, dude. You're like, all right, what do? You try to wipe the scratches away. It doesn't really work out and it's super annoying. Now, this is really important because having scratches on your lenses is not really the best thing. It's super annoying. You want to clean the lens or whatever. Don't use regular scratchy like napkins or paper towels you get from the kitchen. You got to be really specific with it. Get yourself a microfiber cleaning cloth with some lens wipes, spray on there. And if you don't have it, like ask your parents or go buy it, dude. Now, finally, this is the worst thing you can do. And this one came from a viewer at Melo_VR. His channel will be in the description. This point was entirely his. I'm not taking any credit. So thank you for being a viewer and helping me out. Me personally, I use batteries. You know, specifically, I use Energizer Max batteries on my controllers. I slap them in. I use my controllers until they're not used and they're dead and I have to switch the battery. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people do this. You just get any old battery from the store, put it in your controller and then call it a day, right? Wrong. So apparently, this viewer told me is that those Energizer Max batteries that I was using are not the batteries I should be using, okay? The reason why these are not good batteries is because of the amount of wattage for these controllers to handle. What do you do for batteries that are a 1.2 voltage, have a lower wattage than these Energizer Max batteries? You're probably wondering, why are the batteries so bad? Now, the reason why they're so bad is because it could cause one, leaking, bad tracking on the controllers. It could just cause the controller just simply disconnecting. And all three problems are pretty bad. No one wants to deal with all that. So thank you, Melo VR. At this point, this is actually really cool. I didn't even know about this. If you guys want to see Melo VR, I have his channel in the description. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe would be appreciated. If not, have a good day.